Okay, Darth Wiz, here we go. Finally, I get the figure of the year for me, which is The Empire Strikes Back, Boba Fett vintage comic art. I've ordered this twice. I'm 1 for 2. It is VC277. It's got some edge wear all around it, but that is all. It's all factory. So it's when you actually look at the card, I see no imperfections. I actually had to get this one off of eBay. I missed out on Toys R Us. It looks way worse here. It's just like just where the paint and the cut is really rough. But there's no dents or anything. That's all factory. Every bit of it. You can tell the way it was packed was decent enough, from the eBay seller. So for what I paid, probably should have ordered 2 of them off them. Probably got both, but anyways, I will be in the hunt for a couple more, maybe get an even nicer one when they're around. I wouldn't say this is an opener. It's gonna look great in the case. Really happy to get this one. Anyways, and now the Bounty Hunters, yeah. So I used to have this comic book, and for the life of me, I cannot find it. It would have been a beater, probably like a 50 or 60 or 70 at best condition, spider crinkles and everything, but I don't know where it is, and I'm missing a bunch of my Star Wars comic books, and unfortunately, the only conclusion I can come to, because they were in my room there, is I think somebody pinched them. But anyway, sometimes you gotta watch who you let in your house. Kind of really pissing me off, to be honest with you. I can't stand people like that. But the Boba Fett itself, it's just a repaint of the Blue Sky Fett that came out, I think back in 2021, I think it was. I'm forgetting now. I think it was around then. Late 2020, 21, I think it was. But anyways, there's this one, and there's the other Fett that I wouldn't mind getting from the 97 comic book art Fett. But I've got the 2 main ones that are more in my era. Mind you, I did have some of the comic books from the 90s. As getting into the Phantom Menace just before that was getting released there. And Power of the Force 2 came in 95, and so I was buying a little bit of that stuff, but mostly it was the Dark Empire comics that I had from Dark Horse. I had the whole series there, and they're gone, so I'm thinking that they should have been, I would say at least 85, 80 condition, but anyways, that's really annoying when you have stuff like that. That means a lot that you lose. So I'll have to be in the hunt for this comic book again, I think, once I fully go through everything. So hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I put it away somewhere else, but I don't think so, because I've been, where the last time I remember putting it, oh man, really annoying. But regardless, happy to get this Fett finally, because he was eluding me. And up here in Canada, Toys R Us, it's so far away from me. And I had about 5 of them in the cart to order. 3 of them this time, because I wasn't trying to... when I originally ordered my 5, the other Fett there, with the Star Wars card back, that came out last year, because there were 3 of these. I ordered 5 of them in the end, because I wasn't sure what condition they were. And amazingly, kind of the way they were packed from Toys R Us wasn't really that good, but they all came pretty much, I would say, worst case scenario, an 85 plus. So a lot of them I think were 90s. But anyways, I guess it depends on how you grade modern figures compared to figures from 10 or 20 or 50 years ago, right? Excuse me. But since it is a snowy day here, I think this is great that I've got this one now, and I'm really happy with this comic art Fett, because that is cool. That's something that really brings it back. And there you got Dengar and Bosk You know, and this kind of gives you an idea of what the Fett was in the late 70s, 80s, early 80s. Like, that was our idea of him, and how it just kept molding and changing as Star Wars got going again back in the 90s. They started changing the character, and then when you really got into the prequels there with Jango, it took a totally different turn from anything that was the original Fett. And now obviously it's really changed in a lot of almost, I guess you could say, bizarre ways in some ways. But anyways, this is the Fett that I grew up with, and this is the original Fett that I think was not overdone, and I think this is what they needed to be heading towards. Just generally in Star Wars was, not the directions that they've gone. It's just, kind of weird and bizarre. But anyways, that's VC277. So I have everything on the back of this card now, which is great. Out of the figures here that I like the most, I think that they did out of these, while the Wolf was already, he was from TVC 1.0 along with the Nikto. They did improve them. The Yak Face is cool. It's great that they put him out anyways as another multiple re-release now, because I think he came out last in 2018 in Kitaba, which is great. But I think the best ones out of them, obviously it's the Vader, I think is the best. And I don't know, I guess the Fets and then the Hunter, that's probably my favorites as far as the actual figure sculpts themselves. But anyways, this one's right up there, probably number 2 under Vader as far as favorite characters anyways. So Darth Wiz, go out and get them. I've even seen down in the States where they had a bunch of these hitting Ross or something like that. Unbelievable. That's purely bad distribution, because everywhere I go, this is sold out fast. It's just eBay scalpers now. So I don't know, at least up in Canada, in Ontario. I can't speak for obviously all of North America, but this is a real cool one. Harkens you right back. So there it was, Boba Fett, and that's his comic book there, famous kind of in the Star Wars world. Beautiful. Would be nice if they had a smaller bubble though. I mean, I do like the fact that you're kind of spreading out the character, but then you could have seen more Denkar there. But anyways, Darth Wiz, may the Wiz be with you. Cheers.